Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
Good evening. What day is it? Oh my God, happy hump day. So I wanted to do this live because I've been asked, and honestly, whenever I say things, I never come back and circle back because what do y'all want me to be like? I was right. I don't be telling y'all stuff because I want to be right. I be telling y'all stuff because I'm like, it's discernment. It's discernment. So I'm just like, what do y'all want me to say? The marriage didn't last. I said it wasn't gonna last that long. I said I was surprised it lasted 52 days. Seriously. Am I the only one that was looking at Brittany and it just seems like she was suffering on the inside? She had to really make herself small to be is this and then was this a spiritual marriage? Cuz legally you can only marry one person at a time legally. But did they have like some type of spiritual union? I don't know. But we're going to get into it because she did an interview and I haven't watched it. So we're going to watch it together. She was on Real 92.3 LA. So I guess they had like a booth there at the BET Awards. By the way, the BET Awards look nice this year, didn't it? I haven't watched the BET Awards in years, like probably a whole decade. Because, girl, the BET Awards, it went downhill. But I think, was the BET Awards last night or the night before that? The BET Awards gave 2008, 2007, 2006 era. Like, it gave that BET. Did y'all see Jesse Wu's McDonald's commercial? I saw it. I was like, dang. So let's just get into this. So I guess Real 92.3 LA, which I guess is like some type of radio show out there, they did an interview with Brittany Renner. So let's get into it. But if I would have known it was gonna give what it was given at the BET Awards, I would have watched. I stopped watching that mess because I was like, this is not even giving black excellence. It's just giving classless. But it was giving class last night. It was giving class last night. It was. Okay, let's get into Brittany and see what she has to say about how she divorced they got a divorce within 52 days. Let's see. And then we're also going to hear from Kevin.
All right. Real 92.3 Bootleg Kev. My friend Brittany Renner is here. Good to see you, Brittany.
Good to see you too. I was excited when I was like,
You're like, hey, I'm Brittany. It's been so
you remember
long.
me?
Yeah. So first of all, you've
Shit.
you've had a lot of changes in your life.
I have. Alhamdulillah for that.
So you were. I tried to give you a hug earlier.
Yes.
And you were like, no,
Access denied.
you can't do hugs.
You know.
This is part of your faith.
Yeah, and I mean, just what makes me comfortable. Like,
No,
I don't,
I don't
you
know.
know.
Fuck, I am trying to make you uncomfortable.
No, yeah. I mean, I think for me, it's like, in my mind, I'm kind of like, why is any man giving me a handshake, a hug?
Yeah,
a
I was like,
dap?
what about and we did this.
We did this.
Air high five.
Because I just feel like there should be no man touching me except my husband.
Mr. Gates. Yeah. Are you guys married? Or is this like a yeah, I don't know how does this, I mean, first of all, Kevin's the best. You got to keep her. He's a great guy. Very, very, very. Is he still? Are you guys? Is he going? Did you release his semen retention?
Okay, first of all, you guys like 3 questions. So
Okay, well,
slow
well,
it.
first things first. He was doing semen retention last time I saw him. Has the retention been lifted?
Okay, well, that's a question you would have to ask him.
Okay.
But We got married April 6th and divorced May 28th.
So you're divorced.
Yes. But there is a 90-day waiting period in Islam where it's basically you have 90 days to see if you're pregnant, because then he would be responsible, right? And then also in those 90 days, it's for reconciliation, because Allah wants you to stay married. And then during those 90 days, you are not to entertain anybody romantically. So what I will say is that Islam has made my life a lot easier. I think even with this transition and things changing, right. Honestly, it's I don't think anybody gets married to not stay married. So I think my biggest thing for me is this is a nice 90-day reset, just focusing on myself and pouring into myself. And what I also will add is that I followed my heart, and that's more than what most people can say in this world. And I have no shame in that. That's why I'm here. BET Awards. As you can see, I'm out here on this blacktop by myself.
Yeah, I feel like you've always been, I think anybody who ever speaks with you or listens to your long form conversations will have, I feel like you have.
Did anyone think this marriage was gonna last? This is why I wash my hands with Brittany. When did I wash my hands with Brittany? Oh, when she was twerking on that one man that got when he be looking over there. And when she was twerking on him, I was like, I'm done with you. I can't support you anymore. Because I was like, girl, what in your rabbit habit ass mind was like, yeah, let me twerk on this married man that can't even look at you straight in the face, straight in the eye, give you eye contact. Charleston White. Why would you twerk on him? And after that, I was done. I was done. So honestly, this is on brand for Brittany. Honestly, this is on brand for her. This is on brand for her, because I was done with Brittany when she was twerking on Charleston White. I was disgusted. I was like, ugh, what would make you think to do that? So Kevin Gates was actually a step up from Charleston White. I just got to be honest with you. So when it comes to this situation, I'm not really shocked, but I'm like, damn, girl, damn. That's all I got to say is, really?
Have your misconceptions, because obviously you're in tabloids, you're on fucking Basketball Wives, you're on online.
Yeah.
People make their assumptions about you and who you are, but I feel like anybody who's ever heard you speak and articulate yourself knows that you have a great head on your shoulders and you're not some fucking bop. You know what I'm saying? So, damn. So the divorce was a week ago. Damn, that sucks.
Many plan, but Allah is the best of planners. So I don't question that, and I don't feel like sucky situation, because what is meant to be is always going to be.
So you guys end up divorced, and now there's a 90-day cool-off period if it reconciles, or you happen to be with child.
No, I'm not with child.
You're not. Okay. Okay. I don't know you. That's what you said.
Thank God.
I'm saying that's what the time period is for. Yeah. That's why that's in place for that. So it's so basically, if you were to divorce, and then he's like, oh, it's not mine. So there's the 3 cycles. That's kind of why it's 90 days. 3 cycles.
Do you? I mean, I can imagine being who you are. How much courage and how much it takes for you to step out publicly with somebody. I mean, are you good?
All is truly well. I'm here, aren't I?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I can just.
Yeah. No. If I wasn't okay, like I said, I would.
Because I know you you. I feel like you stepping out publicly with somebody is huge for you personally, as for anybody. But you're a public figure, and.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I followed my heart, and that's more than what most people can say. And I think when you do that, you get all the clarity you need, and there's no stone left unturned. You don't have regret, and I think that's really what a lot of people. Their issue is, even just in dating, marriage, it's people don't give it their all. They don't just go for it,
right.
So I feel like when you...
Do y'all think she gonna pull an Alexis Sky? Because remember, Alexis, she came clean, and she said that the reason why she converted to Christianity was because she was being influenced. And she was being influenced by the people around her. And the main influence was this man that was promising her marriage and all of this stuff. So do you think that she's going to pull an Alexis Sky? She makes no sense to me. And we're going to get into why Kevin Gates did this. Because we're hearing Brittany's side of things. Kevin Gates, I believe the reason why he did it was because he was trying publicly, was because he was trying to get the attention of Drika. Yeah, he wanted to get her reaction. And I believe that is the reason why he did it. But I told y'all that when it comes to Kevin Gates and when it comes to Brittany Renner, they have very strong personalities. And I told you, I was like, either this is going to go really well or it's going to go really bad. That's what I said, because I'm like, they have very strong personalities and they are similar and opposite at the same time. So I was like, this is going to be interesting to see how this all works out. And sometimes I could see how they were attracted to each other because they do have a lot of similarities. But I also felt like the things that were not similar were pretty big things that could cause them to kind of butt heads. Like I could see them going through power struggles within their relationship and dynamic. So it was interesting to see them together. But I did notice that in order for them to be together, Brittany would really have to make herself small just to be in that relationship with him. So it's not shocking. It's not, but 52 days, longer than I expected. 52 days. Okay. All right.
You do, you're at peace with whatever happens, because it's like I gave 100%. There's nothing, I left it all on the field, on the table, whatever metaphor. But yeah.
Do you feel like, first of all, what are some of the things for you? Because I feel like we've kind of seen you, I wouldn't say grow up, but we kind of seen you grow up.
You guys have.
Over the last 10, 12 years, however long it's been since you've been a figure publicly, but
13 years.
Islam.
Am I the only one that feels like she didn't want this? He did? Are y'all picking that up? It's sounding like she gave it all that she could give it, but it was him that didn't want to stay. That's what it's sounding like. It doesn't sound like she wanted this divorce. It's sounding like this is more so coming from him. Like he made this choice. He made this decision. It doesn't seem like this was her decision.
How has it changed you, and how has it kind of helped just with you being a public figure and like, I feel like we know you to be Brittany Renner. Before that, bundle of Brittany, and we know that you got on because of the way you look visually, and now I think when you converted to Islam, it took a lot of people off guard. But what are the things that you're able to take from it that are helping you on a day-to-day basis?
I would say just even all of the guidelines and different things that are in place. But I think the biggest thing that has been so freeing for me is I no longer belong to this world. I just don't. And there's just so much peace. I feel so content. And I just don't feel like a circus animal anymore. So people don't have to respect it. They don't have to like it. I understand people used to jerk off to my pictures and they miss seeing my ass cheeks and all that other stuff. And I have a gorgeous head of hair. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's like the soul always wants to evolve.
Right.
And I feel like I mastered that. My soul was crying out for something different to evolve. So it makes my life a lot easier, even just in terms of dressing and wearing hijab, with the way I conduct myself. It is just in complete alignment with where I am going as a woman and, what I want for myself too.
Has it, because obviously, like you said, your son's birthday's coming up, or is it starting?
Well, he just turned 4 May 5th, Cinco de Mayo.
How's it affect you as a mother?
It's really
Did he was he kind of confused? It's like, Mom, why are you?
No. Because I think one time I wore a niqab, so the niqab is just with your eyes. I'm wearing.
And it's crazy because she had Kevin around her son. Too. So it's like he was married to this man for 52 days, and now you're not married to this man, but you brought the baby around this man. So he probably all confused. And I think Kevin would call him a little nickname too. So this is interesting.
Right. He wasn't fazed by it. He's very used to seeing me in hijab. I've taken off at home, off the couch, he'll grab, here's your hijab. So, he doesn't. He says a lot of Arabic words though. He'd be like, Allahu Akbar, he's a little Muslim baby. I wouldn't force that on him. He's his own person, but it's funny. He'll pray with me and stuff like that. So
what inspired you to come to the religion in general? Because, like I said, caught a lot of people off guard. Was there anything like a catalyst or something that happened that kind of brought you to Islam?
I was no stranger to Islam. It was put on my heart a long time ago, 2019. It was put on my heart then, but I just wasn't ready to accept it. And it's the only religion that I've been drawn to. I loved how peaceful every Muslim I met was. I loved the way they greeted each other. I loved their camaraderie. But at the time, I'm thinking, what does it have to do with me?
Right.
I'm not a religious person. I'm out here doing what I'm doing. And, last time you guys saw me, I'm getting carried out the club, like getting blackout drunk at
11:11 in
Scottsdale. In Scottsdale, go down there. You guys
I know, that's what I'm thinking the same thing.
But yeah,
we'll have to book you for something else now.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, y'all, she still got bills to pay. But, most people are like, okay, well, then just go work a regular job. But I don't think it's that simple for her. Like, could you imagine Brittany working a regular job and then people are like fangirling her? Or do you feel like because of her belief system, she should have to walk away from her dreams or her goals when it comes to her career? And honestly, I don't even know what her career is, to be honest. Do y'all know what her career is? Because I really don't know. I mean, a public figure, and she's still influencing. I mean, people are still booking her. So, I don't know.
Something wholesome, yeah.
Something wholesome.
Yeah, I don't know.
know.
But yeah, so, there's that.
No, all right, so what are you up to? Like, obviously, I know you're multi-talented. I know you're a fucking author. But we know you for your personality, and I feel like this is like a great opportunity for you to kind of like, one, shed light on your religion, but also, two,
I guess
break down
so.
some of the misconceptions about the religion. So when we think of Islam, a lot of ignorant people think that it is like, the women's rights are like super, crazy. If you think of some,
Yeah.
But I feel like you have an opportunity not only to kind of break down some of those stereotypes, but also kind of show a side to a whole new community that might not necessarily be educated about the religion.
Yeah, so currently I've been filming for my own podcast show. It's about love and relationships, so I've been doing that. And I do have another book in the chamber, not sure just that. But I think right now my highest timeline that makes me the most excited is my podcast show. I do think that I've been gifted a well of wisdom. And when you're gifted that wisdom, you have to teach it, because you're stopping the flow of the river. So I think my biggest thing has just been focused on, doing that, filming and teaching, using what I have learned to help others. I just feel like I wait, and there's just a lot of conversations that are just not had. And I love talking about love relationships. I can talk about it all day. I love talking about behaviors, just humans, just in general. So yeah, I wait for people to say what I'm thinking or how I'm feeling, and I don't.
Okay, I'm gonna move on. That's interesting. I was hoping that she was gonna talk a little bit more about maybe what happened between them, but I guess not. They're not really saying anything. Neither of them are really saying anything. So let's get into what Kevin Gates had to say. And then I'm going to bring Auntie on here because I feel like I can't say it without getting canceled. But she said it for me, so I'm going to let her say it too. And then I'm going to just eat off of what she had to say because she's saying it, but I can't say it.
What?
I just saw Brittany. Why didn't y'all walk the carpet together?
Oh, who I love, I don't discuss.
Okay. So why don't y'all walk the carpet together?
But I wish her the best.
Oh, y'all not together anymore?
Who I love, I don't discuss.
Okay.
But God bless her.
But God bless her.
Yeah, I wish her the best.
All right. Thank you.
All right. What?
I cannot stand him. I cannot stand him. Who I love, I don't discuss. I'm gonna use that. Who I love, I don't discuss. I'm using that. When people be asking me about my love life, I'm like, who I love, I don't discuss.
Hey, what's up, y'all? So, Kevin Gates and Brittany got a divorce. I made a video a while back when he made that statement about Savannah, LeBron James' wife. And I said that he was a warlock. There were a lot of women in the comments talking about, yeah, Brittany, that's his get back, that's gonna be his karma. She can't. She's a hoe, and a hoe is only the help. And a hoe will only stay around as long as they're helpful, and that man is getting what he need about that hoe. Once he's done with it, he's going to discard. She no longer served the purpose because she couldn't do what he wanted done.
And that's what it sounds like in this interview. And it's crazy because Auntie, listen, she is right. Tiffany is right. She's from Chicago. She's right. She's speaking facts. Because that's what it sounds like in the interview. And I didn't even watch that interview. I just whenever I see clips or sound bites go viral, I like to go look at the full interview to make sure I'm not missing anything. But just based off of that interview, just the undertone, it sounded like he discarded her. It wasn't she left him. So Tiffany is right. She right.
And that he really just got with it just to piss off Drinky. He wanted to get a reaction from his ex. He possibly wanted to get a reality show. He's doing all of this to be able to get what he wanted. she has no power. When a woman vibrates the lowest, a lot of times women are dealing with men who are out of their league. And I mean out of their league spiritually.
Which is another point that I want to make, because I did a video regarding Jane Doe because I accidentally said her name. So I had to take that video down and put it on Patreon. But in that video, I was talking about how all of the women were getting played because they were vibrating at a low frequency. And they're dealing with a man like a narc, or she's calling Kevin Gates a warlock, whatever the case may be. Because I never got into how most likely Diddy was performing, or I should say Diddy, like how our mom be saying it, because he be cracking me up. I could have gotten into the fact that he was having them perform sex magic as well. I could have gotten into that, but I didn't want to go that far off the deep end. But I could have gotten into the fact that he most likely was having them form these sex rituals in order for him to benefit spiritually from their energy, which is crazy because he would have them go for days on end. He would have them perform back to back days on end. And it seems like Kevin Gates is into the same thing. It seems like he likes to do rituals when he's engaging in sex as well. So Tiffany is right. And a lot of women want to overlook what Diddy was doing because he was buying the girls this and he was taking them on trips. But do you not understand that they were spiritually robbed? Like literally, if you listen to Jane Doe's testimony, she is spiritually unwell. She is at war with herself. And it just seems like everyone wants to overlook the fact that Jane Doe is struggling mentally and spiritually because she's at war with herself because of the acts that he had her participating in, that she also willingly participated in, and now she's spiritually at war with herself. Nobody wants to talk about that. But I'm seeing a consistent pattern with that as well. So maybe Brittany got off easy when it comes to Kevin Gates, because it seemed like Drika don't want nothing to do with that man. But at the same time, she won't divorce him. It's weird. Nick Cannon does too. A lot of these men harvest off of women's sexual energy for their own benefit. And they do it as a form, I see it as witchcraft, because I'm like, he's a warlock. He knows what he's doing because he's harvesting off of the energy. He knows that he can create that way. So it's interesting that she originally said this.
When you really understand, human interaction is just an exchange of energy. And there are people who are stronger energetically. So when they get with somebody else, they siphon your energy. They just draining you.
And no one also wants to talk about when it comes to Jane Doe and all the women that Diddy was out here sleeping with. And even the women and the people around him that work for him, everyone felt the need to worship him and please him and make things right with him and make sure he was comfortable and make sure all of his needs were met. And you don't think the man was out here doing some type of witchcraft? You don't think that he was out here performing sex rituals to have people worship him like a god? And then understand that he necessarily wasn't engaging in it, but he was conjuring up that energy in that room, and he was commanding people on what to do and how to act and how to do this and how to do that. It's like, put two and two together, you be like, damn, so what was he really on? He was being a warlock as well. A lot of these men in the industry are warlocks, and it's because they understand energy. And I told y'all in my Kevin Gates video, I think it was the last one, where I said that he knows how to manipulate the energy around him. Like, I noticed how he'll get people comfortable. He charms them. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. He knows how to charm people. He knows how to get them comfortable and let their defenses down. And that's a manipulator. And that is a person that can manipulate those around him, but also the energy as well, because he understands that people and interacting with them is an energetic exchange. So I see it in Kevin Gates just as much as I see it in Diddy.
They get what they need up out of you, they gonna discard you. Brittany, I guess she felt like she was going to be able to be a part of whatever plan Kevin had. she became unuseful because what he needed her for, it didn't happen.
And this is what I want all the young women to understand about Young Miami, because y'all really thought Young Miami was winning. It just never got to that point where he really didn't need to use her anymore. But he was going to milk Young Miami. He was going to milk her dry. But it just never got to that point. But he was milking her when they were together. Like, it was interesting because I was hearing Jane Doe's testimony because she was jealous of Young Miami. She was jealous of Gina. She was jealous of all of these women. But why are you jealous of all of these other women when he's milking all of you just in different ways to serve him and to worship him? And then all of y'all thought that y'all were in love with this man, or y'all fell in love and all of this bullshit. And it was because he was manipulating you to believe that. It's easy. And I just want the 304s to understand that it's easy to get you to do things when you think you're in love with someone. It is. It doesn't, there's no hesitation. There's no pushback. There's no restriction. There's no nothing. So of course a man is going to get in your head and allow you to believe that y'all falling in love because it's easier to get you to do shit. It's easy. They don't have to put a battery in your back. You putting the battery in your own back, and you getting to work, and he don't gotta fight you. You don't have an attitude. You're actually wanting to. Even if you're not really wanting to, you're still gonna do it anyway. So that's part of manipulation. I need the girls to understand that, because these men get away with so much because they know you're going to be stupid. They know you're going to be dumb. They know you're going to be naive. They know that they're going to be able to get one over on you because they want you to think that you're in love and this is what love is. And you're going to eat that shit up, and then they're going to get their way and you're going to worship them, and they get everything that they want, and you often don't get what you want. So just understand that is how the game goes. But women get caught up in their emotions, and they get caught up in their desires, and they get caught up in, oh, but it could be like this and it could be like that. And the whole time the man is just playing you. That's all he doing. He playing you. That's it. He just playing you.
So boom, now she got the picture. A lot of people condone hoe behavior because it's accepted on social media.
Oh.
No hoe is going to be able to get over on a man. She's going to usually end up being discarded, left out. I mean, if the puppy trial ain't enough to show y'all how the hoes get treated. A lot of the women that you thought were just so beautiful, and they are very attractive women.
They are.
But they were just hoes to Puff. And Puff played them like who they were, hoe. And it is what it is. Understand, men come into your life, and if they're able to take, they're gonna do it. And once you become unuseful to them, they're gonna discard you, especially warlike men. They have a certain spiritual, energetic charge, and they always gotta get fed.
Yep.
So understand this: when a man like Kevin Gates comes into your life, he's gonna tell you all the things you want to hear. He's gonna make it seem like, yes, we gonna do this and we gonna have this, and he's gonna make it seem like it's a partnership. But really all he's doing is using you to be able to get what he needs. And once you become useless, he's gonna discard you. That's all that happened. For those of you that thought that woman was really gonna do something to him, y'all really don't have no understanding of how this thing really works. Hoes will always get used.
Who was out here thinking that Brittany was gonna be able to get over on Kevin Gates? Who was thinking that? I just want to know who thought that Brittany was. I just want to know, like, who thought Brittany was gonna be able to get over on Kevin Gates? I'm just interested. I just want to hear that. And I don't, like, it's 2025. Hoes getting used is not new. Like, I just don't, that's what just kills me. I just think women were delusional because hoes got on social media and glamorized that shit and made it sellable and made you believe in it because it was a gimmick. But hoes been getting used since I was in Pampers. Hoes was getting used since I was a baby. And it hasn't changed. The only thing that has changed are the players. That's it. The only thing that has changed are the players. That's it. So, I don't know. I thought the girls knew what they were signing up for. But it's weird when you hear Carisha talking about, oh, we were in love. I was like, in love with who? Because I know it wasn't Diddy. When she said that they were in love, I was like, we fell in love. Let me see if I can find that video. Let me play this one, though. I was like, who was in love? Who? Also, I wanted to talk about this. Let me see if I can pull this up. Did y'all see, what's his name? Thug something. Mariah the scientist, or is this Mariah the Listen, I'm gonna just go ahead and play this because this was disturbing. Hold on, do I have the original? I don't have them on the carpet, but I think y'all have seen this.
There's always telltale signs to let you know that nigga don't.
Oh, Young Thug and Mariah. Did y'all see them at the BET Awards on the red carpet? That is if that's not a red flag, I don't know what is. That is a major red flag. He did not want that girl to shine. She has this song out that I really love. It's called Burning Blue. And he didn't want her to have her moment. He didn't want her to shine on the red carpet. Girl, I don't be keeping up with these people. I'm sorry. I don't be keeping up with these people like that. I just know him from his hair and that's it. And he's not attractive. He's nothing to really look at, to be honest. But okay, Young Thug, he was on the red carpet, but he wouldn't let her have her moment. Something about he doesn't want to do interviews. Okay, you don't want to do interviews. That's cool, but why can't she do interviews? It's weird. It was just the whole exchange, the whole energy was just so off.
You, sis, that men don't like you. And for whatever reason, you were serving a purpose today. Right. And you may not serve that purpose tomorrow. Because seeing clips from the BET Awards show, and then I come across the clip with Young Thug, and he's literally dragging, okay? He's dragging Mariah. While she's not even on his side, she's not even walking in the front. She's in the back and he's dragging her by her arm.
Like her damn daddy. It was not a good look. It was not a good look. It was not a good look. And I gotta pause it there because she got Burning Blue playing in the back. But it just was not a good look at all. It was not a good look. I'm like, oh my God, this is awful. And he was just dragging her along. And it was clear. And the thing that made it worse was it was clear Mariah wanted to talk, but Young Thug didn't want her to talk. And I'm just like, girl, and then I wanted to know where was Mariah's team? That's what I wanted to know, because they should have been urging her to talk and to do an interview. This was a big moment for her. She should have been doing an interview of some sort of some kind. I mean, you had all the celebrities on the red carpet doing their interviews, making sure they're staying relevant. If she has a single out, it's like, I just didn't understand why he robbed her of that moment. It was very strange to me.
And they're walking through the crowds, and they're asking them to take pictures and everything. And then somebody said they wanted to get her picture, wanted to get a picture of her. So she talking to him and stop, wait, stop, hold on. The way he yanked her arm, and they was about to get into a little back and forth, and she kept it moving and kept on walking with him. This girl didn't get to get no pictures. And in every clip that I've seen her, you could tell that her peace was disturbed. And he was dragging her behind her like she was some little puppy dog. You over here saying Burning Blue about a nigga that don't want you. Well, you're only serving a purpose for today. That purpose may not be the same tomorrow. Now the girls are in their glow up era, their glow up season going into the summer. They outside. And Mariah, your ass need to be outside too.
Yeah, you
leave that man alone.
Because that's crazy.
Okay? Young Thug don't mean you no good, sis. At all.
And then, y'all know how the internet is. So then, they was comparing it to this scene. Let me see if I can find it. Because I was like, this is exactly what it gave. Oh wait, this exactly, and then this is not. We're not exaggerating. We're not even exaggerating. We're not exaggerating. We're not. The internet is not exaggerating based off of what we saw on the red carpet. We are not exaggerating. I was just like, why is he dragging that girl like that? Ooh, it was just a mess. And then he had that mask on his face. Girl, Mariah, girl, you could do so much better. You're such a pretty girl. I don't understand. What's wrong with the girls not seeing themselves? And then you with this grin on looking, I was like, okay, if that's what the girls want, that's what the girls want. But I'm like, girl, you could do so much better. And then this is what a lot of women want to overlook when it comes to Young Miami is this right here.
He was such a good person to me, and that's what people don't understand about like me and Puff relationship. They was just like, you was so loud, and you made you a part of your brand, and you know, like you just thought that you had something, and it wasn't that. Because I think the same thing with him. Like he didn't expect to fall in love with me because we did end up falling in love with each other.
Mm-hmm. Delusional. Delusional. All his women. This is how I know a man has good game. Okay. And then I question, does he have good game, or is it that the women are just stupid? I think the women are just dumb. I got to be honest with you. I don't think he has good game. I just think the women are naive. Like, women fall for a man that is telling them everything that they want to hear, and then they tell themselves that they're in love because of it. And that's it. But him being with all of these other women didn't tell them like, oh, maybe he don't love me like he really think he does. Or maybe he doesn't love me in the way that I think he does because he's entertaining all of these other people on the side. But Carisha really thought that, and then how much you want to bet they all have the mindset of, well, I was his number one. 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 And even some of the women on social media, not my followers, because I would never speak that over your life, but the women that actually believe it, they're like, oh, Carisha was number one. Carisha was number one. Can y'all please stop that shit? God damn. There's always a hierarchy that men allow women to believe in just so they can be worshipped. Do you not understand that when you create a hierarchy and you feed into the hierarchy that puts the man in the middle where he's worshipped? This is why we say male worship. This is why we say we live in a society that is literally all about male worship, and women can't even put two and two together that when you create a hierarchy, even when you're just giving your opinion on social media, you're feeding into the fact that Young Miami was number one. You're creating a hierarchy, which is male worship. Gosh, it's just like, but then be like, I'm decentered. I'm a decentered woman. No, you're not. No, you're not. Not when you keep creating competitions and hierarchies in your mind and you're pinning women against each other and you're saying, yeah, that man had a number one. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. The only number one person in his life was himself. That's it. My goodness. Can y'all stop doing that? Yes. When you create a hierarchy like Young Miami, right? In a dynamic like this, you are feeding into male worship. You are feeding into the patriarchy. You're feeding into everything that you say you don't like and you hate. Stop doing that. And it's all based in the fact that he was taking them on trips and buying bags, and then had Jane Doe jealous of Young Miami, and then Young Miami jealous of Gina, and Gina jealous and mad at Young Miami and Jane. It's just, can y'all stop falling for that? And then it's like, sometimes I'll be like, oh, these men are bad. These men are bad. They're horrible. But then I'm like, it's always a woman feeding into the fuckery. Like, seriously, stop doing that shit. He playing all of you. All of you. All of them thought that they were in love. He gifted them necklaces, bracelets, bags, shoes. Do you not understand, to a billionaire, that's nothing? That's swiping their card. Like, okay, here you go. Some of them use it as a tax write-off. Cool, I got a tax write-off. They take you on trips. Young Miami, for sure. A lot of her trips and expenses were definitely tax write-offs because they did a lot of promotion on Instagram and social media. He had her create different videos on TikTok and everything. All of that stuff could have easily been a tax write-off for his business. How do you think these content creators are out here taking trips? How do you think that they're out here funding their lifestyle? Because the things that they buy, they're able to tax write off those purchases. This is the business side of social media. Like, you really have to be smarter than that. Thank you, Mr. Niles. Hold on, let me see. You really have to think the business side of it. Like, a billionaire, he needs that tax write-off. He needs to blow money in the Chanel store. You have to think like a billionaire. Billionaire with businesses, and he has all of these expenses and things like that. It's easy to create a tax write-off. And the leases too. The rent that he was paying, anything that he was buying and purchasing for these women, he could have easily used as a tax write-off, which is a necessity because rich people do not like paying taxes. So they gonna come up with something. One thing about rich people, they gonna open up a church or something to where they can get a tax cut. Yeah, and honestly, I can't say that Jane Doe didn't get anything. I mean, she did get the 10,000. I just felt like she got the least of everyone. So, but you gotta understand that Carisha was also a worker, y'all. She just worked differently. And then a lot of girls are delusional and they're like, oh, Carisha didn't have to do the freak offs. Are y'all okay? Are the girls okay? These are the same type of women that think, oh, I could get a sugar daddy and I'm not gonna have to sleep with him at the end of the night. Are you okay? Okay. You really think Carisha was getting all of that and she didn't have to do a freak off? That's crazy. I'll never forget when social media was trying to sell to girls, oh yeah, you can get a sugar daddy and the only thing that you have to do is talk to him, just be real nice with him and he'll just want to spend on you. Okay, but let's continue.
And I just feel like, it's just everything that's going on. Like, I don't want to get caught up in that. And I just need a moment to just pour into me.
And one thing I also noticed about Diddy is like he gifts all of his women the same stuff. So like the necklace that Carisha has on is the same necklace that Cassie had. And it reminds me of this married woman that gave me advice years ago. And she said that when a man cheats on his wife and he gets a mistress, anytime he gifts the women that he's dealing with, he gifts them all the same stuff. Just in case her bracelet breaks in the car or she's wearing perfume and he's going home to the wife and the wife is like smelling him and he doesn't have on a different fragrance. He has on the same fragrance that his wife wears. So then she won't become suspicious of him because the fragrance, he didn't just gift his wife, he actually gave it to the mistress as well. So it's like, this is recycled stuff. That's what I want the girls to understand is this is old. This is not new. This is recycled stuff. Like, it's recycled. So he's going to give all his women the same stuff. And he's going to give them the same perfume and everything just so he doesn't mess up his rotation. That's it. But he has a rotation. And each woman serves him differently. And we're hearing how Jane Doe was serving Diddy. But I wonder how Gina was serving Diddy. We heard how Cassie was serving Diddy. But I wonder how Gina was serving Diddy. They were all serving and worshiping this man in different ways. But it was all to serve him. It was all to worship him. And then they were willing to do that for money.
I just feel that in her game. I'm not. I said I was going to tell my truth. I think that it really hurt me because I just feel like, Puff was a really, really good person to me. I feel like he came and he helped me and, he elevated me and he saw a lot of things in me. And I feel like that's like one of his specialties. Like, he know how to, like, find people and, identify their talent. And he was able to.
And I got to be so honest with y'all that, Carisha sounds like, she sounds like someone that has been pimped out. That's what she sounds like. Because have you ever talked to or watched those interviews with those girls who have pimps? This is how they talk. Get mad at the truth. This is how they talk. I was like, yeah, he came into my life and he helped me. But the whole time they don't even realize how they were being used. Literally used. Less than human. Used. It's just Carisha's on the higher end of this lifestyle. That's it. She's on the higher end of this lifestyle. Instead of her walking the street, she just has to go to the hotel bedroom, or she has to do a freak off on a yacht or something like that. That's the only difference. But she sounds just like those girls in those interviews that I know y'all seen on YouTube of the girls that were pimped out, or they had a pimp and they're doing an interview and they really think that the guy that was pimping her out was just an amazing guy and he changed her life. It's really sad. It's really sad.
See more than music.
Right. He motivated.
And I felt like he brought out.
This is facts. Ashley Danielle said he was motivating them to work for him. Exactly. He was making sure that they could just put the battery in their back so that they were willing to do things for him. And that's the thing. It's all game. It's like reverse psychology. It's like, okay, I really want you to do these things that I know that you really don't want to do, but I'm going to speak life into you and motivate you and encourage you. But the whole time I'm doing it, I'm benefiting 100%. And I told you that the pimp mentality is all about getting a person to do something that you want them to do that benefits you 100%, but it doesn't benefit them at all. And that's what he's good at. And he mastered that with all of these ladies, all of them. And then he would breadcrumb them with handbags and shoes and trips and jewelry. He would breadcrumb them to get them to work harder. That is a pimp, y'all. That's a pimp. And the girls were, well, it seemed like Carisha was the only one. Carisha and Gina, it seems like those are the two girls that were open to doing whatever he wanted to do as long as they got paid. But it seems like Jane and Cassie did not want to do that.
The side that he brought out, like my chisel side, like, you know, my woman side. Like, it was like a lot of things that I didn't see in me that he brought out of me. You a icon, you a motherfucking mogul. You know what I'm saying? Like, put God first, make sure you keep God with everything that you do. When all these things came out, I just needed to take a break and focus on what's important. It was just me and my career.
And you know who else sounds like this? Jasmine Brown. Jasmine Brown. She's another one. Okay, let me go ahead and switch gears. Yeah, did y'all see because I had put this on my, let me see if I can pull it up. I put this on my community tab. And even when I posted this, the girls still wanted to be in denial about Carisha and what she had to do. And I'm just like, at this point, y'all just gonna have to get out here in the streets and find out for yourself. But she was saying how, and this was back in 2022, where she was saying that she was having a mental breakdown. And she was saying that she hadn't slept in days, like I'm tired AF and don't feel like doing nothing today. My energy is off. And just hearing Jane's testimony, you could tell that she was experiencing what Jane Doe was experiencing. So it's just interesting how the girls are like, oh, she wasn't talking about that. It was because she was prepping for a concert. And I'm just like, if that's what y'all want to believe, I'm just like, at this point, I can lead you to the water, but I can't get you to drink it. She was saying that she hasn't slept in days. And these freak offs typically would go on for like 3 days, 4 days. And then he would always encourage them like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Like, and she admitted in her sit down interview with Puff that he could go for hours and hours. And it was because he was drugged up. So I'm just like, listen, if y'all gonna read in between the lines, yeah. And it's crazy because when I watched the interview that Carisha and Diddy did, at first, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I used to think that when I first watched the interview, I'm thinking, oh, he goes all night, you know? Like they do rounds. I'm thinking they do rounds. Clearly, I did not know what I was talking about because I just assumed they were doing rounds and that was it. But it seems like the rounds they was doing, the rounds, that mean it went into the next day and the next day and the next day after that. So listen, the truth is all up in the pudding if you read in between the lines. Okay, I also wanted to talk about this because I could not believe Ciara did this. Did y'all see this? Did you see this? Yes, I'm about to bring it up. Did you see this with Ciara?
Nice color, I got my crap. Oh, come on, because Vinny is not that happy. I'm sorry, because I just really need this to happen. I don't want to get mad at you because I don't know how you're gonna feel, but I really need y'all to just go ahead and I'm coming in hot. No. Should I just stay on what I'm on right now? Yeah. I'm gonna stay on it because why not? Why not? Like y'all have like lived life in every capacity anyone could live in. You live in like you already done it. So let's just seal it properly. Seal it properly because you know what? He deserves it. You deserve it. Why not? Like I look at y'all and I'm like, they're so fly. Chrissy is so beautiful and so dope, and she holds you down, like down, down, down. Like this is a spirit talking through me right now. I'm just saying, like I saw you and I got excited because I love her.
Listen, I believe Ciara, she had her heart in the right place, but this is like asking. This is like someone sitting her down sitting Future down and telling Future to marry Ciara. Like it's just like no. And listen, I'm big on spirit talking to me or spirit talking through me, but spirit only talks through me when someone comes to me and seeks me out. And then I allow spirit to speak through me. Not I'm inserting myself in another woman's relationship publicly at that. Like that was, y'all, this was cringe. I don't care what nobody said. Listen, I love me some CC. I do. But this was highly inappropriate. It was highly inappropriate. That's like just because you're famous or you're known for your relationship and your marriage and you just start inserting yourself in everyone's relationship and you just start giving advice and they didn't even ask. Listen, I just want to make this clear. Just because I have a platform where I give my opinion, that don't mean I'm just out here inserting myself in other people's business, just giving my opinion. I'm very reserved and I mind my damn business. I don't feel like my opinion is needed in every situation. And to be honest, when it comes to Jimmy and Chrissy, that's my opinion is not needed in a situation. You want to know why? Because they at an age where it's just like they are doing what makes sense to them. And Chrissy is in a relationship that she wants to be in. So I'm going to mind my damn business. Did Chrissy go and ask and seek out this advice for Ciara? No, she didn't. Did Jimmy go and seek this advice out when it comes to Russell? No. So it's just like one of those situations where it's like, mind your damn business. I'm sorry. This is cringy. And Jimmy and Chrissy are grown. Like they in their 50s. I would never, no. This was cringy. This was very cringy.
The music and return it to me coming up. And also when I see y'all, like from a love perspective, y'all like touch so many people. It's time. It's time.
But let me be your power. You said to give me them words of encouragement and words about how really is.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That means so much to me. Oh, you think you got good? Come on, man.
Oh,
Now, I did a video on Jim Jones not marrying Chrissy over 5 years ago, and at the publication of this video, the two are still very much...
Hold on. Let me see. Was there another video? Listen, hold on, let me see. Was there another clip? And then, hold on. Listen, check out Chloe's channel if you want to listen to her commentary, because she is the reason I found out about this. But people are making fun of Ciara because people keep saying, is she on a relationship tour? Like, is she on some relationship advice tour? Was there like another clip or something like that? Hold on. And then I'm going to bring in Honeycomb. Listen, I call him Honeycomb. Because I feel like he got sweet booty cheeks, because I feel like he's sweet between the cheeks, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me bring up Honeycomb, because he has something to say.
When you have a lady that is supposed to be your wife, if you're married to a woman, it is my opinion she should never do this. Can we play the video from the beginning? Right there? Play that.
Guys, how are y'all? I got my question.
Because I feel like he hate me. I feel like he hates. Listen, I feel like he hates women. He don't never talk about women like sweet. So I'm just like, his booty cheeks must be sweet then, because that's the only thing that makes sense to me. He never has nothing nice to say about women at all. Nothing. And then he's always a cyber slurping men online. So it's just like, the only thing I could think of is he got to be sweet between them cheeks. He like to be oiled up, like P. Diddy be having them men oiled up. That's what it sound like to me every time he opened his mouth on his platform. I'm just saying.
Oh, come on, because we need this to happen.
Let me tell y'all something. That's Ciara, married to the quarterback, Russell Wilson. Now she's his wife, right? This woman just interrupted an interview, interjected her opinion as she talking.
Did she interrupt the interview, or was she asked to come on and speak and then she thought that would just be a great time to do it? It was just distasteful. It was distasteful, because if Spirit is really talking to you, then you had that conversation privately. Like, don't be having that conversation with microphones and the camera and all that. Do that in private. But I personally would never feel comfortable as a woman to overstep a boundary regarding another woman's relationship. I would never go and talk to your man like that. That's weird to me. I'm sorry. This is just not a good look, CC. This is not a good look.
To another man. You see how he looking? He's trying to be respectful. Everybody trying to be respectful because it's Ciara.
Right.
He looks so uncomfortable.
Don't he look? He's trying to be cool. Jim Jones trying to be a good guy.
Yeah.
I know, he had a fake smile on his face. He was like, I was like, ooh.
Let me tell you something, man. There's no way you can protect a woman who's bold enough to do that. And this is stuff that is just not taught to people. You cannot protect a woman that will interrupt an interview like this, sit her funky ass down, and start speaking to another man about marriage.
And then can we also talk about how and y'all know how I feel about this. Talking men into marriage is so insane to me. Like, why are we doing that, ladies? Talk them out of it. I keep trying to tell you that. Save a woman's life. Talk men out of it. If they talking, and then you know they don't respect women. You know they don't want to be responsible. Okay, they're showing all of these signs that they would not make a good husband. Talk them out of that shit. I talk men out of marriage all the time. I do. I'm like, no, you shouldn't get married. No, you should stay single. Yes, live it up. Like, I'm always telling them, like, no, you shouldn't get married. Because the shit that come out of their mouth. They don't want to provide. They don't want to sacrifice. They don't want to be consistent as a man and show up. So no, you should not get married. You should stay single. Don't waste your time. Don't do it. 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 Don't get married. Don't. It's not for you. It's not for you. I do not get offended when men are like, oh, I don't like marriage. I hate marriage. Good. I'm glad that you're able to recognize that. I'm glad. Because marriage wasn't supposed to be, you just do this thing because it's the next step in life. You're supposed to have purpose behind why you're getting married. Not, oh, I'm getting married because, well, I'm getting up there in age and it's just time for me to settle down. Marriage was always built on purpose. And God was supposed to be in the center of that. If you don't want to live your life like that, if you are a man and you don't want to be led by God, then don't. No, it's not for you. It was never created for you. And that's what people need to understand. Like, some shit just wasn't created for you. Even if it is traditional, it wasn't created for you. Just accept that, move on with your life, and be happy. Okay? Be happy.
We don't understand how important this is. We know everything about Russell Wilson just by watching that right there. You have no control of your woman. Your woman has no respect for you because I don't care.
And see, honeycombs is the prime example of what I'm talking about when men do not need to get married. Honeycomb does not need to get married. He thinks that he has to have control over his woman in marriage. And that's the only way a marriage is going to be successful for him. That's crazy. That's crazy. I feel like this is more so a matter of not Russell not having control of Ciara, more so a self thing when it comes to Ciara. She needs to know not to overstep her boundaries when it comes to other people's relationship. And I understand that the public has put her in this position where they look up to her and Russell, but she also needs to understand boundaries. And she just overstepped her boundary. I don't know if she had a little drinky drink or something like that, and she just had the liquid courage to speak up and say something, but it just was inappropriate. Inappropriate. A man shouldn't have to control you to know what the proper boundaries are when you're out in the public. So he's weird. He's just weird to me. I don't like this man.
If you're not with her. Russell Wilson is probably trying to be at camp getting ready for the NFL season. Yeah. He couldn't make it to the BET Awards this year.
He's not.
Your woman ain't got no business stopping an interview, sitting on a couch with some men she don't know, and then start telling another man about what he supposed to do with a woman. Now, we act like this ain't serious, but this is one of the breakdowns of society.
And I also want to add, too, this goes both ways, honeycomb, because honestly, you're doing the same thing that she did. You're literally sitting up here doing the same thing that she did, inserting yourself in another man's marriage. Make it make sense. Why are you speaking on this married woman? Why are you speaking on another man's woman? And when did it become okay and acceptable for men to speak on another man's woman, his marriage? When did this become acceptable?
This is foul behavior from anybody's wife. If that was my wife, I would be so mad. We would have a real issue with. Do you see Jim Jones? Yeah. These are some good guys, man.
I am so curious to see what he said. I'm gonna have to look.
I mean, he tried to be a good guy. But I'm gonna tell you something for those who will listen, especially the women that's watching the show. You don't need to represent.
Who is watching this, Dusty? Who is watching this man? Who is watching this man that's sweet between the cheeks? Who's sitting up here watching him? And like, what? He got a radio show? Is this a podcast? Like, what is this? And this is another thing. The internet is not normalizing men sitting around like women gossiping. Y'all are never going to normalize that. The only acceptable space that was created for men, for you to do that, was the barbershop and sports, ESPN. That's it. Y'all are not normalizing coming on social media, gossiping. Y'all not normal. Men don't do that. Y'all not normalizing that for me. You're not. The social media will try to normalize just the craziest things. Y'all are never normalizing that. Social media tries to normalize not having compassion, and y'all not normalizing that for me. And then social media is trying to normalize men sitting around gossiping like women. Like, y'all not normalizing that. Listen, you're either talking about sports, Okay? Or you're in the barber shop having a conversation with other men about other manly things. Sitting up and gossip. This is what we do. This is our domain. This is our culture. This is not y'all's culture. I don't understand it. Like, it's weird to me. Y'all are not normalizing. We're talking about heterosexual men. No. Heterosexual men don't do shit like this. Y'all not normalizing that for me. Y'all not.
Yourself and your husband like that. Because you have basically, like, if you married, right?
Yeah.
We know she got a baby by Future and all like that, and we've heard stories about, you know, the son had to be around Russell Wilson and all that. It just basically shows that your husband is a simp because of how you represent him in the streets. You don't walk up, I'm talking to the women of the world, you don't impose your...
Listen, I don't care what men do in their space, but men do not gossip, y'all. Okay? They don't. We're not normalizing that. We're not. We know they do, but they don't do it like to this extent. No. We talking, they gossip about celebrity gossip? Hell no. The most I've seen men gossip about is manly things, like based in their experience, their day-to-day experience. Not some shit that they done heard or not. It's never about a celebrity this, a content creator that. Y'all are not normalizing that for me. I'm sorry. I grew up in an all-boys home. Men don't do shit like this. Y'all are not normalizing this for me at all. Like, even my own father, I've never seen that man just sit around and just gossip. He on the phone talking about sports. At best, he'll talk about politics. But y'all are not normalizing gossip about celebrities and all of this shit. Like, man, men have shit to do. That's why I don't have time to be sitting around gossiping. The only other time that I've seen men gossip is always in women's spaces, like the call center, a warehouse job where it's a bunch of women in there. It's always female dominated spaces. That's it. So the only other time was when I was at the barber shop and men talk a little bit in there, but they talk about, like, again, sports. They do talk about relationships from time to time, but not excessively like this. It's not excessively like this. So the internet is not normalizing that for me. I'm sorry. And some of them, they've been around their mama so much. So you got to understand that the men I'm talking about, they had fathers. They were around men. So because a lot of these men were raised around their mama, so they think this shit is normal. It's not normal to me as a girl who had a father who was also around other boys who had fathers. They didn't talk like this. I'm sorry. Y'all not normalizing that for me. Y'all not. Some of these men were just around their mama and they friends just a little too much and a little too long. They needed to be out playing outside, throwing the football around with their dad, hitting the baseball with their dad, playing catch with the baseball, playing catch with the football, something. But men were not just cooped up in the house listening to women gossip. I'm sorry, they weren't doing that shit. Y'all not normalizing that. I didn't even grow up seeing that. So the only time I saw men gossip is at a barbershop. That's it. And podcasts for men shouldn't be based off of trendy topics on social media. It should be based in business, making your community stronger, something. But gossiping about shit that entertainment gossip, no, y'all not normalizing that for me. Y'all not. It's feminine. It is. It's feminine. Y'all want to talk about women are masculine. Well, it's feminine. Okay? That's feminine behavior to sit around and gossip. That's what women do. It's very feminine.
Self in conversations, whether it's an interview, whether it is a man who, if you in public and you married, let's say a man started talking to you. Do you know the first thing you're supposed to tell that man? Sir, I'm married, and you know,
I'm spoken for.
I'm spoken for, yeah.
Like, this is a grown man gossiping about another woman, her dating history, and gossiping about her current relationship, and gossip. Like, men don't do stuff like this. I'm sorry. They don't. Men do not do stuff like this.
Please, you know, woo woo woo. But some people will be like, that's if he flirting with you. But if you see two men outside of, I'm trying to think of a safe place. If you see two men outside the courthouse,
right,
and they're talking about a case that all three of y'all was in, you're not supposed to walk up to them men and interject yourself in the conversation, especially if you don't know them.
Nope. You're putting your husband.
And so another issue that I have too is, of course, you have men in the chat box. It's like, it's a podcast. It's a podcast. It's a podcast. And again, the internet trying to normalize what's not normal. Okay? Because just because social media has men dressing in wigs and wearing long nails, are you telling me that that's normal for a heterosexual man to do just because social media is doing it? That's what I'm saying. Like, when does it ever stop? And then they sit up and they wonder why we call him sassy. Well, what the hell are you, what, if you're over here exhibiting feminine qualities like gossiping, what are we supposed to think? We think you playing for the other team, or you're confused on if you should play for the other team or not. That's what we think. So it's very sassy. Listen, y'all not normalizing that for me. Y'all not. My brothers, they don't even watch my YouTube channel because they don't care. Like my dad does not watch my YouTube channel. They don't get into this shit. They feel like this is my space. This is my domain. This is my womanly thing. They don't get in it. My mama tune in every now and then, you know, but my brothers don't even watch my YouTube channel. I'll say, hey, can you check out this video? Can you critique it for me? So they can critique the things that I said, but it's like, outside of that, they don't be watching my stuff, y'all. And listen, this is nothing against the gay community in any type of way. I'm just saying, like, it's hard to tell who's playing for what team when you have men, heterosexual men out here normalizing feminine qualities. It's like, this is not what women are looking for in a man, in a heterosexual man. We're looking for masculine qualities. So if you're going to have a podcast, we assume that you're going to have a podcast talking about investments, business, maybe even real estate. And I've seen podcasts like this one guy, and I've been meaning to react to his videos, y'all, because he's hilarious. And I don't know if y'all gonna like him or not. I don't know if y'all would like him or not, but I love his videos. And he don't be gossiping. He be educating the people. And his videos do really, really well. Let me see if I could show you. Maybe some of y'all have watched him. I don't know if y'all will like him or not, because I don't know. He does this thing where he laughs at very awkward points in his videos. And so I don't know if y'all would like that, but I think he's hilarious. Let me see if I can find him. Because I just need men to understand, like, you don't have to get into celebrity gossip, or you don't have to get into relationship gossip to be successful on social media. That's just a quick way to get into content creating. But there's this one guy. Let me see if I can find him real quick. Because he did a video. He does a lot of videos on people getting laid off. Let me see. Dang, I don't know if his videos are going to pop up, but I am subscribed to him, though. If y'all know him, he does, like, he laughs a lot at awkward times. And people be in his comments like, can you not laugh? I don't even know the name. Oh, here it is. Orlando Minner. Hold on, let me pull him up real quick. Because his channel is amazing, but sometimes he be laughing at awkward times, and I'm like, I don't know. This may piss some people off. Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up.
What?
Let me pull it up. Y'all see what I'm talking about. I feel like his videos are amazing. Hold on. Have y'all seen him? Orlando Minor? Let's see.
Watch as I realize I'm getting laid off from Microsoft after 22 years.
Let me guess. I can hear somebody in the back right now saying, whew, 22 years. I've been working there for 25, I'm safe.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I did a video 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, guys. Telling you guys that Microsoft was laying off 6,000 to 7,000 individuals. And I said, they're going to do it again.
Well, look who decided to show.
And I know some people were like, Orlando, I really appreciate the heads up, but yeah, you know, I've been working there a long time, and these guys probably won't lay me off. You know, I do things like code. I do things like I'm an engineer. And then Microsoft said, hold my beer.
No, he's funny. This is another thing. There's no balance, okay? He's funny, meaning he has personality, which is missing on the dating scene when it comes to heterosexual men. Y'all don't know how to have personality. He's funny. He has personality. He's actually married. His son just graduated. I don't know if his son graduated high school. I think he just graduated high school. Let me see. Or was it college? And it's crazy. This is what men call sassy, but it's like, he's just educated. Y'all don't like educated men. Y'all think that they're feminine, but they're not. They're just smart. Their humor is intellectual. That's it. Highly intellectual. Nerdy. Yeah, like his son just graduated with a 5.0 too. I'm trying to think. Okay, it looks like he graduated high school. His son plays chess, basketball, and he says, family is everything to me. It's a dream. So, yeah, he just speaks differently. I'm like, see, but it's crazy how he's sassy, but all of his content is informative and it tells you what's going on. I just don't understand.
And they laid off hundreds of more individuals. Guess what? They were engineers. And guess what? They were coders. Yes. But listen, we're going to jump into it, guys. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Also, too, I have a newsletter. Yes.
Okay, if y'all want to check out Orlando, check him out. I like his videos. I do. Anybody else watch? He gives great financial advice. That's why I be watching him. That's what I'm saying. But he's sassy. But he ain't doing no content around celebrity gossip and relationships. He be educating the people. His content is very good, very informative. I thought about reacting to some of his stuff because it's very educational. So that's just an example of what I'm talking about, that you don't have to be a content creator that's into celebrity gossip and all of that. Like, you could actually do really good content where you educate people. His channel does very well. He takes a lot of videos from TikTok of people like going through financial hardships, and he kind of breaks them down and he educates people. I really like his content, so check him out. That's all I really wanted to say regarding this video. When it comes to Brittany Renner, I'm not shocked that she was married to that man for 52 days. Honestly, I'm shocked that it lasted that long. And I also want to know, did they have like some type of spiritual union? Because how was he legally able to marry her? Or are they just not saying that? It's sounding like it's a spiritual marriage. It doesn't seem like it was legal. And like I said, I think he did it to get Drika's attention. I think that was his whole plan. And when he realized that it didn't work and it wasn't working, he decided to get rid of Brittany Renner. That's what I think that whole little clown circus that we saw was all about. And then also Young Miami, y'all, she was getting played just like the rest of them, okay? And the reason is because two things. This is the reason why I believe Young Miami was getting played just like the rest of them. It's because she thinks that she's in love with that man. She thinks that they fell in love. That's a big sign, which was obvious that she was catching feelings because we started seeing how she started to move. But then also another thing, she's supposed to be a city girl, right? So if she's a city girl, then that means she shouldn't be mad at Jane for getting the bag. She shouldn't be mad at Cassie for getting the bag. She shouldn't even be mad at Gina, right? But she was also getting upset at Gina. She was going back and forth with her. She probably didn't like Jane. City girls don't have their feelings involved when it comes to them getting the bag, and they're never gonna knock another woman that's getting the bag, because that's the whole point, is to get the bag. So again, it just seems like the city girl was just a performative thing that she did because it sold. Like it people was buying into it. So that's the main reason why I think that she got played just as much as the rest of them, because she has an issue with Cassie and them. And I'm just like, what's the difference between how they're getting the bag versus how you're getting the bag if y'all all are getting the bag? I'm just not understanding that. So, okay. And then also Ciara, I was disappointed in seeing that. I feel like as a married woman, yes, you can be that sound of advice and you can give really good advice to people that are in relationships, but you also have to allow them to come to you and not just insert yourself, because now at that point you're overstepping boundaries and it's just not a good look. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say regarding this video. Let me know what else you would like for me to talk about. I waited and I held off on my Halle and DDG video because y'all told me, I'm tired of DDG and Halle. I'm tired of, and I'm like, and so I already did the research for it because I wanted to talk about Lala. I wanted to talk about how he recently spoke out on social media, even though he filed that protective order that he put against her, and he spoke out on social media. And I'm like, I got all my receipts, gathered all my information, and then when I was ready to talk about it, y'all were like, I'm tired of them. And I get it, because they are annoying. Well, DDG is. It's not even Halle. It's DDG. He's annoying. But I wanted to talk about the Lala girl. Because remember when she was saying how she didn't have a sexual relation with DDG, and then come to find out, it looks like she did. So I want to talk about that. So y'all let me know. Show me by giving the video a thumbs up if you still want me to release my DDG and Halle video. And if you're looking for my Carisha video and my Jane Doe video and my Diddy video, I had to take it down because I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to go to New York and go to the Diddy trial. Like, I'm still trying to decide. So it's kind of up in the air. And so I had to take that video down if I was going to go. And so if you're wanting to look for that video, it's on Patreon. So I just wanted to cover myself professionally if I decided to go to the Diddy trial. So that's what that was all about. But it's on there if you want to watch. That's all that I have regarding this video. But let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you in my next one.